What's up, boys? Coming off an 8-0 sweep yesterday over on the Patreon. Yeah, we went 8-0 yesterday. Pretty awesome day, I will say. Probably one of the best I've ever had. So, pretty awesome yesterday to have an 8-0 sweep. But that's over on the Patreon. If you guys are interested in joining, don't join yet. It's just more research, bunch of breakdowns, all the write-ups and everything. And you guys get these plays early, along with plenty of other plays. Don't join yet, though. The link is in my description, but join on July 1st, because that way you guys won't get charged for like 3 days. So it'll get charged on July 1st. So join then instead of right now, if you guys are interested in joining. But we're taking a look here at some player props today over on Prize, because you guys are new to Prize Picks. Definitely recommend joining. 100% deposit match up to $100 when you guys go ahead and use my code DOMG when signing up. But yeah, obviously we went 2-0 in the video yesterday as well. So yeah, that was pretty awesome as well. So we're going to go ahead and hop in and talk about two different player props in today's video, but definitely tailor your own risk. Look into these more on your own. Don't go directly just off of what I say. But that's going to go ahead and do it for the intro pretty much. But if you guys aren't already subscribed, what are you guys doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Seriously would appreciate it. Turn your post notifications as well so you guys can go ahead and watch these videos before some of these lines do move, because sometimes they definitely do. But let's go ahead and take a look at these player props now. Okay, so Alex Wood, let's take a look here. We're going to go to the MLB Live section. Another reason you guys should join Prize Picks, they have so many different sections. I have not seen another player prop website out there with this many different sections. I mean, there's strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, hits allowed, pitching outs, total home runs between players. I mean, it's just awesome how much stuff they have on the Prize Picks board. Again, definitely join using my code DOMG. But this is what MLB Live looks like here. So you guys can go ahead and guess over or under on the innings right here. So 1 plus 2. If you think Eric Lauer is going to go over 1.5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, or if you think he's going to go under, we're taking a look, though, at Alex Wood here. I like Alex Wood here to go over 1.5 versus the Detroit Tigers. I like him over here versus Detroit to go over to have 2 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. So strike out 2 out of the 6 outs in the first 2 innings here. So that's what I'm liking here. Let's take a look more into this prop here. So the Giants game here is going to go ahead and be at 345 here. He is pitching at home here against the Detroit Tigers. So the Tigers, they have to strike out a little bit. If you take more of a look into this prop here, you would find out that he's at home, obviously, like we said. He's hit this in 15 out of his last 19 games. So very high hit rate, 15 out of 19. And now he gets to face Detroit, who ranks 12th in K percentage versus left-handed pitchers. And also, he's only had 1 loss at home this season. He's actually lost 4 times so far this season. So that kind of sucks, but only 1 of those were at home. So he's been very, very good at home when it comes to strikeouts in the first 2 innings here. If you want to take a look into these stats, you just have to look up on Statmuse Alex Wood game log before the 3rd, and this will pop up here. He did end up going under away at Atlanta. He went under against Miami in Miami. He went under against the Dodgers at LA, and then he went under here against the Washington Nationals when he was at home. But today he gets to face Detroit, who's a lot easier than the Nationals, than the Dodgers, all those other teams. So I will say that the Braves should have been an easier matchup, and he did go under against them. Although he was on the road, I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack here. He did fall on the hook in that one. So I'm hoping he can go ahead and grab 2 strikeouts here against the Tigers. What starting pitchers have done against the Tigers. This is full game. You can take a look here. Rodon, he actually went over this. He had 2 strikeouts, although he was at 2.5, bumped down to 1.5 as a taco on Prize Picks. But Dallas Keuchel had 7. Keuchel, not a strikeout pitcher. He had 7 against the Tigers. Davies, again, not a strikeout pitcher. He had 2. His line was probably 2.5, 3.5. Merrill Kelly had 5. Waka had 7. A lot of these guys that are not strikeout pitchers have gone off, but there are some guys that should have gone over this, like Dane Dunning. He only had 2. His line was probably 4.5. But anyways, I'm looking spot, though, for Alex Wood to go over his 2 strikeouts here, or over 1.5 in the first 2 innings here. So that's what I like. That's the first player prop here. Second player prop that I like today is going to go ahead and be German Marquez over 4 strikeouts here against the LA Dodgers. There's a lot to like about this prop, and I'm going to explain this, but again, tailor your own risk. Look into these more on your own. I'm telling you guys. But let's take a look more into this one. And if you were to take more of a look, you'd find out that he's a minus 159 to go over 3.5 strikeouts. So he's very favored to at least push this, but I like him to have at least 5 strikeouts here. But bare minimum 4. But he's hit this in 10 out of 14 games this season, 10 for 14. He also had 5 last matchup against the Dodgers this season. I believe it was his first start this season, if I'm not wrong. Might not have been his first, but it was definitely a while ago is what I'm trying to say here against the Dodgers. But he's hit this in 9 out of 10 of his the last 10 starting pitchers that faced the Dodgers, 9 of them have gone over. So, or at least pushed. So 9 out of 10 have at least pushed here against the Dodgers. Let's take more of a look into this one, try to break it down a little bit here. But this game is at 8:40 today. He's at home here against the Dodgers, where I believe he's 7 for 8 this season. at home, which is crazy. He's very, very good at home. Although the over-under is obviously 11 runs because they're playing in Coors. He's going to get, bombs hit off of him. They all do it when you're at Coors usually. But anyways, this is what his game log looks like here. So German Marquez game log. This is what it looks like here. You can take a look. 2 strikeouts against a very tough Twins team. You have the Padres, 7-6, 7, 5, 2, 7. He's actually never fallen on that 4 number besides all the way up to last season. It was his first start, by the way, this season. He pitched 7 innings at home versus the Dodgers and had 5 strikeouts there. So we're hoping that's kind of the same type of thing going on right now. 7 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, not too shabby, man. That'd be awesome right there. Also, last year, though, at home against the Dodgers, he had 4 strikeouts, so he pushed in 4 innings. So, yeah, we're looking. He's got a pretty decent history against the Dodgers as well. The stuff starting pitchers have been against the Dodgers recently. Cool and Freeland, both on the Rockies, have already gone over this against the Dodgers with 9 and 6, so 5 strikeouts apiece right there. So I'm really, really, really liking that. Fried had 9 against the Dodgers. Anderson had 6. The only guy to go under this is Hunter Green of all guys, which is definitely a little bit weird. But I do like the spot a lot here for German Marquez here against the Dodgers today. Those are going to be the player props for you guys. So to kind of recap, German Marquez over 4 strikeouts. And then we have right over here, we have Alex Wood over 1.5 MLB Live strikeouts. So that's what I got for you guys, man. Seriously, take your own risk. Look into these more on your own. Go ahead and join the Patreon if you guys want for more research and full breakdowns. That will be, I don't recommend joining right now. Join on July 1st. So don't join yet. But seriously, do appreciate watching. If you guys have made it this far, you guys may as well leave a like on the video. I seriously would appreciate it. Also subscribe with the post notifications on. I would appreciate that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it here. There are some, I'm not that big of a fan of MLB Live strikeouts today. There are some decent looking ones. But yeah, that Alex Wood one is definitely my favorite for MLB Live. Marquez is probably one of my favorites on Prize Picks today. What are some other ones here? Garcia's interesting over 3.5. Clevenger is a little bit interesting today, although he did just go under against the Diamondbacks and he just played them. So I'm not personally playing him today, but he is definitely interesting to me. There's a lot of interesting spots on the board here. By the way, also, if you guys do join the Patreon, again, July 1st, don't join yet. If you guys do go ahead and join, also I get these plays out very early as well. Like Lauer was on the board at 4. He was at 5 early in the morning. About 9:30, he was up for like 10 until like 10:30 today. He was at 5, and we took his under on there. But so yeah, that was a lot of value right there. He got bumped down to 4.5. We'll see how that goes today. I'm excited to see how Lauer's doing here, but hopefully he goes under that 5 strikeout line right there today. Usually the early morning games, they usually kind of suck. There's a lot of early morning games today. Usually I try to kind of like stay away from them, but I don't know. They just usually get a little bit tough sometimes, but a lot of early games today. And then there are some late ones like, there's like only 5 late. Yeah, there's like 5 late games today. Now 6, 7. There's 7 late games, and there's like so many early games today. Kind of weird how they usually only have like a couple early games. But anyways, that's gonna do it. Please watch us. See you guys next one. Peace out, boys. Best of luck today. Take your own risk.